Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you so very much. And once again, deepest apologies. So, I don't know what else to say.
Take two.
Take two, folks. If you guys can just help us, I know we've been asking for it. If you guys can just hit the like button, tweet it out, please. We appreciate it so much. And sorry you guys got to pay for our troubles. But nonetheless, thank you for having our backs. It does mean a lot. So, and we promise we're going to get to you guys the questions right away. No big drawn out openings or anything like that. Just thank you so much for everything, and your understanding means the world to us. So I appreciate that, Avenger Joe Adventures. You guys are awesome, but it sucks. You know, it's like having somebody come to your house and somebody like playing like loud music, you know, that's shaking the walls, or starting up their car and blowing exhaust in the window and all that stuff. You guys shouldn't have to put up with our problems that we got going on. We wish we could stop them for you, but unfortunately our hands are a little tied. But we promise to make the best out of it, and we're going to give you guys, at least this way, we just got a chance before they start messing with it to give us a little bit of traction. So thank you for being here. And like I say, there's going to be no big drawn intros and all talking and all that stuff. We're going to get right into it. I'm just going to welcome everybody as you're coming in. Thank you so very much for being here. I want to say hi to Wayne's Adventures in the Wayne Adventure, Sally Von Noise, Mixed Media Arts in the house. We have Skywatcher Footage, Purgatory Paranormal of NY, Punchy Pants, Pixel Pizza Teaching and Learning. We have Philip Cochran, who's been with us from the very beginning. Great to see you, buddy. Uji-san Draws, Nomad Unbroken Live, McGee Homestead Adventure, Jenny O'Brien, Homesteading with the Herberts. Heather Sarney is here. Hey, Harley and Jess is here. We have Gana is back. Welcome back. We have Gaming Rubik's Liam. First Munch is here. We have DJ Ian Entertainments, Digger Evans, Cubs Den, Carolina Bass Hunter, Camp Survivor, Ben Bird Person, Average Joe Adventures, Art Code Drone Solutions is in the house. The Bop is here. Stingray Steve, Split Screen Gaming League, Games and Vlogs. Looking to see who else I've missed that I can grab up on this side, then I'll head back over. All right, folks, if I haven't said hi to you yet, just highlight your name and say hi. Game and Rubik's Liam, hope you're doing fantastic. Welcome. Digger Evans, hope you're doing great as well.
Tech Litman TV, hello and welcome here. EWDP, hello and welcome here as well. And if you're new to our channel, we are here YouTubers helping YouTubers with various variety of different shows, from games to shoutouts to tips for YouTubers, and that's what we're doing today. You can ask your questions about YouTube, social media, photo, video editing, and anything that comes in your mind about YouTube related to us here. And we're all here, not only us, but you guys in the chat are here as well to help us answer those. I already have a lot of questions saved up, but if you do have a question for us, let us know in the chat with @Pusa Studio so I can see it better, and we're definitely going to be going through them during the show.
It's great to have you all in here, folks. Thank you once again for jumping over with us to this one. So is YouTube messing with your numbers? The latter, Destination Chronicles. I mean, probably a mixture of both. There is some things going on with YouTube, and we're understanding that. The hard part is when somebody's been doing it and even admitting to do it, which part is which? That's always been the hard. Like even tonight we wanted to go back and do more of our old style format to get a feel it goes, but it's hard to get even a bearing on that when somebody's doing that all the time. I am a little, good.
Oh, so sorry.
Yeah, wow, over 800-some thousand subscribers. And from Turkey, but welcome.
Yep.
Giger's Adventure, good evening, buddy.
English is not my first language too, by the way. So just letting you know. PA Trapping is here as well. Skywatcher Footage joining us. Digger Evans, hello, how are you? I do have questions that you guys asked us in the previous live as well, so don't worry, they're not lost. I still have them here. And adding new ones as we go through. So now if I can ask you to share this out, I will definitely thank you for it. So thank you so much if you already shared it.
Oh, good luck. I got to pick up your pup at the vet. I hope it was nothing too serious or anything. I hope it was just a checkup and not. Long Island Hardcore Detectors, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. PA Trapping in the house, how are you? Max Air 420 in the house, welcome. You guys are absolutely awesome, folks. Thank you for being here. Yes, we had to move over. That is it's probably hurt us a bit, but we had no other choice. We're going to try it this way, so thank you for being here. And if you guys can just get the word out, it is greatly appreciated. If you can tweet it out, tell friends, all that good stuff. If you do tell friends and they come over, please tell them to tell us who sent them so we can give you a big thank you as well. We're going to get right into those questions. What do you think, Xenia?
Yes, let's do that. And while Andrew is answering your questions, I'm going to try to share this out as well. We can all do it together. Wait on the road. Hello, how are you? Thank you, Oji Dross. There I am, butchering your name once again.
Oji-san.
Oji-san.
Yeah, Oji-san.
The thing is, I don't feel so bad because my name gets butchered all the time. So at least, you know. Long Island Hardcore Deductor says, thanks for the kind words you left on my video.
No problem. We're all in it together. We do try to watch everybody. You know we can't watch everyone all the time. We spread it as much as we can. Even Xenia and I, it's a real rarity when we actually get to sit down and watch something together.
Oh, yes.
And it's almost like a treat when we get to do that. We usually can't agree on the same one to watch, but nonetheless, you know, Xenia, I gotta say, is pretty flexible on that one because otherwise we'd be watching ASMR, makeup channels, etc. She is very, very understanding and not pushing me into a corner.
Well,
and
I watch a lot of prison shows, I must tell you.
Not by choice.
Yeah. Camp Survivor, I will save your question. We don't do like individual private reviews, but I'm sure we can help you with a little bit more generalized answer to that as well. And you can go through the channel as we are answering the question as well. So Andrew is getting ready to answer the questions here. Lincoln Central Coins, hello.
Hey, Lincoln.
Good to see you. Yes. We hear you sleep in on Sunday. Oh, yes. I slept in on, I don't know, it was Sunday or Saturday. I think it was Sunday. And Audrey, our daughter, our youngest one, went on a date with her dad to McDonald's.
Except that once I got there, I was informed because it was a date, I had to be known as Brady because that's the guy she likes at school. So I wasn't Dad, I was Brady. So there you go. But nonetheless, I don't care as long as I get to spend breakfast with her.
You know, I would also like to have a cup of coffee or donut or something, but you know, it was their individual thing, so I can't complain.
I knew that was coming up at some point. I'm surprised it took this long. I am very, very surprised.
You know, I'm teasing you. I love that you guys do that together.
Yeah, so. I know you do, and I know you enjoy it, but also the little dig.
Well, I am a sweet tooth, so. But you did get those amazing chocolate bars that are not chocolate bars. Supposed to be very healthy, but I don't know if you eat two of them.
A little too tempting. A little too tempting, I gotta say.
So now you're Brady.
yeah, that's where it comes to. I kind of got two identities now, so there you go.
Mike and Christian's Mysteries, hello and welcome here as well. Awesome, Camp Survivor. I got your question as well. Well, let's get to the questions, guys.
That's right,
and once again, if you do have a question, put @Push Studio so I can see it better, because I'm going to be sharing this out as Andrew is going to be expertising you.
Oh my God almighty. First of all, it's a team effort. And folks, as always, please feel free to help each other out. Talk about it together. Oh, I miss sleep. I need a nap. Yeah, again.
Oh, yeah.
That's why she slept in, and rightfully so. She took advantage of it because, it's a hard thing to come by. We all know as having kids, sleep is more of a myth than an actual.
Mommy, 5 o'clock in the morning on Sunday.
Oh, mom, look what I got. Don't wake up your mother.
Yeah, a Tootsie Roll. Hello, good to see you here as well. Brandon Land, I already answered the question.
Danny's in the house.
I didn't mean to say lol, LOL. I meant to say no. I thought LOL, but I said no. So no, the first question of the day, and that's a
here comes the language thing. Here comes the language. Yeah, it's not.
That's a quick one. Is do you get watch time for somebody watching somebody else's video on the playlist that is featured on your channel? No, you only get watch time from the videos that you have made and you have posted on your channel. Anything else, even if you are a guest on another person's channel, if you are hosting their video on your if you have their playlist, none of those things add to your watch time, only your own videos. So there you go. And they forgot my name. Yay, that worked perfectly. They forgot my other name. No, Butchie Boy, that's not correct. PSPR Paranormal joining us again. Good to see you lately.
Welcome.
Here. Good to see you. And Danny Mick Reacts, getting your questions. Well, you guys have full of questions today. I love seeing that.
And that's what we love, guys. The busier you keep us, the better. So fantastic stuff. Look forward to all of them. And like I say, guys, we're not here as some gurus in that. We've always just been a way of sharing our journey with us, what we've learned. You guys help out more. We learn from you guys all the time. It's a team effort. I always like to say it's like a union hall meeting. Everybody's in here with their wrenches and that. A wrench hall meeting, everybody helping each other out. It's great to have you all.
That's right. Well, the first question, Andrew, for you. Sally Van Nuys, mixed media artist, had a question at the beginning of the live stream. No one seems to have the answer. Why are my watch hours reported as two different numbers? About 35 in difference. On the monetization tab in Studio, I have a lower number than it is showing on the analytics screen.
Well, in short, they're never perfect. They're never fully lined up. And the biggest part is they always say is to go by the studio number that you're going to get, whether it's for views or watch time, etc. and that. And in short, this is kind of a little tongue-in-cheek answer. This is just another YouTube thing, and it's always been kind of that way as well. Because remember that you're also checking, too, that you are checking for your last 365 days. Some people don't realize that sometimes and are checking through on a longer time date. You only count as watch hours to the last 365. So in short, the way to look at it is whatever happened 366 days ago, today doesn't count. And tomorrow, what happened 366 days ago doesn't count. So the watch time is only accumulated from the last 365 consecutive days. So that's probably where you're getting the discrepancy in numbers.
I also want to add that only public watch hours are counting to your monetization,
Yes.
and therefore in your YouTube studio, they are going to be seeing overall watch hours to your unlisted videos. They are going to be coming into your total watch hours altogether. In the monetization tab, you're going to be seeing only public hours, as those are the ones that are counted towards your YPP program, and therefore there is a discrepancy right there. They have implemented that new tool that you see in the monetization where they're actually counting for you till the till the watchtowers that are required. So they're kind of taking, we had to do it ourselves when we were going through it. This has been added just recently, so they're helping you out. All you have to do is just watch it, and if you're waiting for monetization, the number in the monetization tab would be the one to look for. Yes, exactly. Casey Green, what Andrew was saying as well about the rolling years too. World Bike Boat Party, thank you so much for the question. Getting to that as well, thank you so much. Okay. Ben Bird person. Okay, next question we have here from Gaming Rubik's Liam. Does my posting schedule affect the number of my subscribers? I post video every Sunday.
Well, really, it doesn't have anything per se to do with that. I mean, there is channels that do it further apart and have no problem in that. Consistency is a good thing. It does help. It's YouTube for a long time. We kind of got on the thing this fall about how YouTube is getting more towards gearing towards getting channels that are making content more geared towards television. But scheduling has been a big thing for a while now with it. That always works in your favor. In short, I wouldn't say it does. Subscribers most likely is in your videos. You're not doing a call to action. I would probably say would be your biggest issue, and most of the times that's what it is for getting early on in the video to either have a little part where you segment where you say it, or to have pop-ups that say subscribe, click the button, etc. That usually plays the biggest difference in getting people who are viewers. You'll have channels that have 10,000 views per video and 400 subscribers. That's usually what is the problem there onto it. But in short, no, I wouldn't say it is an issue with it on there. There's no real, you could put up there's some of them that put up every day and barely get any subscribers. So the main thing is reminding people to do it. There's a reason why we post the hello to all you awesome people and that. I mean, of course we want to say hi to you, but that has shown that it's substantially helped us with our subscriber count. Because when we first started, we were kind of like wallflowers and never asked anybody, never put it anywhere. And since we started that, I mean, it's changed. It's taken us from sometimes 40 or 60 likes to over 300 and more. Just by doing that one change made all the difference in the world. Same as you guys see me doing the shaking on the desk and that, let's rock the world. Makes a gigantic difference. A gigantic difference. It's unbelievable sometimes how we'll jump up because people get going, they get having fun. I do that. I go into other people's chats and post, what I just posted there in channels that I like and I know. And then I'll be 20 minutes into it like, geez, Andrew, you haven't even done it yourself yet. So I am certainly guilty of that one. So my biggest weakness is remembering to put a call to action in my videos. Yes, that is true, Mr. Farm All Fanatic. And I want to show you guys something. I mentioned his channel last night. I haven't showed this to Xenia yet. I don't even know if she knows.
Probably not, since you haven't showed me.
Remember I was telling you guys last night about how important it is for any niche, and Farmall took that advice, because we've been telling that for a bit, to get a video, whatever your niche is, 5 things you must have for every musician to go to a gig. Tips that every photographer must know when they go to a wedding. 5 things every drone guy needs in his bag before he leaves the house. Well, Farmall did one. Antique tractors, 3 main hazards. Look at the views on this. I want to show you this. I didn't realize he had jumped that much till tonight. There you go. Let's click on it here. I should have clicked on it before.
Pooey, thank you so much for the super chat. And I'm glad to hear you're all healthy.
Thank you very much for it. Do appreciate it. And yeah, the butt noise is not a good thing. Yes, I definitely get that checked out.
I thought it's a good thing.
7,500 views in 24 hours, basically.
Wow, that's amazing.
Well, a little over 24 hours.
Wow, that's cool.
Yep. That's
Congratulations.
Right. Look. I was talking to him, and there, I even forgot, because I didn't leave a comment as well. Farmall is one of the people now, and we can't see it because we're in Canada. We were trying to figure out what was wrong. Farmall is now getting the applause button. He's been selected as one of the ones to test it, so, which is an absolutely fantastic thing. That any of you haven't heard of it yet, that means when you watch somebody's video, and if you like what they're doing, you click the applause button, you can give them $2.
Yeah.
Go check them out. Go give them $2.
There's a limit of $500 per video in one day. So if you want to do, $2 at a time, you can do it.
That's right.
I don't know why they never added like that. You can choose the amount, but maybe it's coming.
It's YouTube.
Maybe it's coming. I mean, we can't really criticize that because it is a good thing. It wasn't there before, so it is a good thing. So
true enough.
Jeep Kilroy, hello. Okay. I want to address this right away. Jeep Kilroy says, I prefer when viewers watch the whole video, not just so you can watch their stuff because they passed by. Now, I know it is a good thing, and people say that do it the correct way, watch in full, click the like button, leave a comment, okay? But we're going to remember that we are here creators focused on the numbers, viewing everything, and all of that. If you're looking from the viewer point of view, just forget that you're a creator for a while. Do you really watch every video that you click on in full? Even if you're not interested in the rest of the video? Even when you clicked on it, you thought that it's about one thing, but it's about something else? Even when you do watch a video and something else catches your view and you click on that other video that isn't recommended, do you really make sure that you watch each and every video as a viewer in full? No. A regular viewer doesn't make sure, they don't make a mind note to watch every video they click on in full, especially when they look for things. What we need to emulate is a regular, normal behavior of the viewer. Otherwise, you're skewing numbers. So there's a time in your life of YouTube when everybody's watching in full, and all of a sudden, less and less people are watching in full because less and less are giving back to you. Now you have more viewers. Well, the viewers are not watching it full. So YouTube says, what's happening? People don't like the content anymore. They don't want to watch the whole video. And they start to recommend you less. So don't do this. Watch as much as you're interested, like a normal person. Normal viewer. That's what works the best. Okay? In a long term. I just wanted to address. It's been grinding at me lately.
There is circles, folks, where they say, we're going to get together, we're going to watch each other's videos, and it goes around and around and around. And I've kind of coined that phrase myself. I call it the book club effect. And that's when you kind of become like an Oprah Winfrey. Did you read my book? Yes, I read your book. Did you read my book? Yes, I read your book. Back and forth and around. I'm told that's a great way to build like good concrete support onto it. It ends up exactly what Xenia is saying, because you're caught in a vortex where you're just watching each other's stuff around and around in a circle in that full part. Sets it up exactly for that, which also keeps you getting out of that ring and getting you exposed to other people. That's where it can be so dangerous. What the? Oh my God, Johnny Pockney.
Thank you so much to Johnny Pockney joining our Wrenched Up Members Only group. Johnny Pockney, you have been wrenched up.
That's right. Thank you so very much for that. Do appreciate it. Johnny Pockney just joined our members group. Thank you so very much. Johnny, as a side note, so you're able to use the custom emojis, just refresh your browser, and then you're going to have access to them when you hit the emoji sign. Thank you so very much for that. Johnny Pockney, our latest member. Thank you so very much. That was we're honored.
That is awesome, guys. That is super amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's my rant for today. By the way, we have a birthday. So we gotta interrupt this questionnaire for a second to sing a birthday song.
Okay.
Crazy Chicken Dude, it's 18th birthday.
Oh my God Almighty!
Yeah.
Crazy 18.
And before we do that,
Oh
we
my
have
God.
Construction Cronies joining us
Hey.
as well. Construction Cronies, you have been wrenched up.
That's right. It is loading. It
Yes.
is loading. I promise you it is loading. There we go. Construction Cronies. Thank you so much for joining us. Pleasure to have you by. Great to have you as part of the membership. We're going to be starting soon. We're going to have our first thing pretty soon. So it's great to have you in here. Thank you so much for joining. Construction Cronies and Johnny Pockney, both joining members. That is awesome. Thank you so very much. Do appreciate it. You guys are awesome.
you.
Looking forward to hanging out with you guys in that. I hope you enjoy the perks with it. Metro Drones, how are you? Happy Tuesday, everyone, and a happy Tuesday to you as well. Thank you so very much for that. Do appreciate it. Thank you so very much. That is absolutely awesome of you. Metro Drones with $10. Happy Tuesday to each and every one of you guys, and I couldn't agree more. I'm going to join in on that sentiment and wish you all a happy Tuesday too. Thank you so much, Metro Drones. You do spoil us and then some, so thank you very much.
Thank you. Philum siblings joining us as well. Hello and welcome here at Metro Drones. I'll be running your link in a moment as well. And yes, if you just joined our memberships, I refresh the page so you have access to our custom emojis. I just added 2 new ones yesterday or Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah, because the more people join our base level memberships, the more emojis we can actually add. YouTube just gives us so many that we can add many spaces. Andrew have created all of the emojis that you can see and use right now. So thanks to him, we have our Super Chat emojis too, which I'm very
See, I made stuff that you guys didn't think I would support. Like
yes, I'm
Xenia.
surprised. Yeah.
That kind of stuff and all that. I did put that in there. That's right. Because I care about you guys. Thank you so much. Construction Cronies, of course, I had to join them for sure. Well, we're glad to have you. Thank you so very much. And it really does make a big difference for our channel, folks. It's giving us the power to do new things with our channel. So thank you so much. Shopla Vlogs, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Do you have Wayne?
Yeah, Wayne's question. I just get like that, and we need to sing that happy birthday
That's
song.
right. That's right.
Oh
That's
my
right.
God, you really got. I think you're getting me that cold, like
That's what
Pixel
Pixel
was
said,
saying.
yes.
And it's totally not red. and now I wonder, I should put a shirt. not red or
Alrighty,
red.
here we go, folks, with happy birthday for Crazy Chicken Dude. You ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Crazy Chicken Dude. Dude. Happy birthday to you. My God, you think we were doing a duet on Shmuel or something like that?
Yeah.
Happy
my
birthday.
Goodness.
Happy
not
birthday.
That. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to the Crazy Chicken Dude. And guys, put
Yeah.
some emojis in the chat. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. Happy birthday, Crazy Chicken Dude.
Happy birthday to you. All the best. Hope you have a fantastic one. Oh, to be 18 again.
And we have emoji for that. See, we have our clapping sticky emoji there. There you go. Crazy Chicken Dude.
Found it buried. Great to see. Hope you're doing fantastic. Good timing. You two are nuts. Yeah, that's what we specialize in. Found it buried. You walked right in on that one. Great to see. Hope you're doing fantastic. Happy Tuesday to you, Dickie's Beer Reviews. Hope you're doing fantastic. Always great to see you in the house. Hope you're having a great one. I also learned how to whistle with my fingers. Nice.
Ooh.
That's a good birthday gift. That's the gift that keeps on giving.
Nice.
That's right. Sherry, awesome. Sunset Travel, how are you doing? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic as well. I meant to say hi to you a while ago. Coco J, how are you? Hope you're doing great. So many fine folks in here. We're getting to your questions, folks. We've already started. If you have questions for us, just highlight our name and then ask the question so Xenia can put them in the list. It's great to have you all in here. This is our favorite night of the week where we get to hang out with you guys. And we're going back to basics tonight without a title. Wanted to go back to the old days, the way we used to do them when it was just questions and answers. So there you go. And you guys always have great questions. Showing some summer camp love to everyone, the awesome boosters community. There you go, Camp Survivor. Nice.
Thank you so much.
Nice.
Thank you. Oh, you're going to NOLA games this year. Nice, nice. Tina Davies is here as well, and we have Sherry Awesome Sunset Travel joining us as well today. Good to see you here. Let's get to the questions.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Next question was Nick Molnar asking yesterday, and I said this question, what is the best way to get hours for your channel?
Best way to get hours for your channel. You guys probably know what I'm going to say already. Playlists make a gigantic difference in getting watch time for your channel. Living Miracle Homestead, how are you? Great to see you. The Slot Freaks, how are you? Really helps a lot, guys. It's such an easy thing, but it does so much. I've always said it's like the Swiss Army knife of channel tricks that you can do. And the reason why is just because you have the access to all this for people to see. They have a better chance of finding out the parts that they like what you do. And when they do, you give them a whole bunch of things to watch. Remember, when anybody goes, a lot of people still say, well, I got my video folder. Well, the video folder is kind of like a junk folder. And people just don't want to be bothered that much. That's the truth of it. And that's where we have to think like viewers once again. When we're viewers, do we want to go digging for stuff or do we want to hand it to us? Almost anything I watch of somebody's is coming off their playlist if I go to their channel. Unless it's a suggested video, I'm pretty much always there. Lisa Crochet, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. So playlists really help a lot because after your video is done, right away it goes to the next video of yours and then the next video of yours until you're right through that whole playlist. And if they watch 2 or 3 and then they get up and go away, go to the dinner, or they just fall in love with your stuff and watch 10 in a row, guess what happens the next time they go on and hit their homepage? Most likely one of your videos is going to be recommended to them. So it's just helps. It's hard. A lot get so caught up in, oh my God, I got to get 1,000 for this 1,000, 4,000. Why? Honestly, for the most part, because 1,000 is a lot easier to get subscribers than the watch time. That's the simple truth of it. That's why I know some channels, their whole goal is get to 1,000, then I'll do something with my channel. Well, that's pretty much done because it's so much harder to get the watch time that I feel like sometimes people use it too. They kind of like, once they start then focusing, even if they try to do that, they quickly think this is too hard. I'm going to go get some more subscribers. That one was easier. It feels more comfortable. It's almost like short-term, what's the name of it? It's a psychological term. When you get short-term euphoria out of it instead of doing what needs to be done. Yeah. Oh my God. Are you okay? Are you?
I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't help it. It was just too easy of it.
Oh my God.
Of a hook right there.
Oh my God Almighty. Oh my God Almighty. That's what I was looking for, instant gratification. But yeah, I didn't quite get it. You definitely got it. Did you get it from when you hit the microphone? Yeah, good.
Tingles all over.
Tingles all over.
Electricity mainly.
Good to see. Unreal.
I'm so sorry. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. Okay, continue.
Jeez. Oh my God Almighty. Well, a bad time to bring it up, but they're going to move it in a second. So just as a side note, yeah, they're taking views away again. So there you go. Just as a side note, where you were banging your head into a microphone.
Oh, they didn't like that. Probably.
Well, at least we got a half hour out of them before they started. So there you go.
Average Joe Adventures, get your question here as well. Thank you.
Found a beer said, stop beating yourself up. It's okay. Yeah, come to us for advice about YouTube. Great place to come and check out.
Well, the best suggestion is just have fun with YouTube too. It doesn't have to be so serious. Now, Lisa Crochet says you can have 1K, but only 40 watch your videos. So what really does 1K number mean to you? What is that song? Absolutely nothing. Exactly. It, like Andrew says, it works like a weight on your channel, for sure. So if you're only working on, only networking and not doing anything else and not trying to adjust your channel, to work on it, to learn how to make it better, how to get more recognized in each separate video as well, it's not going to help you. It's going to actually harm you. What I wanted to add as well is that series are something that you can do as well. YouTube promised us to get rid of them in summer, but then I think they forgot about it. So it's still valid. You can add your videos to series, and YouTube tends to like something that is batched, and people can binge watch it.
Living Miracle Homestead, are you saying that you play that your playlist should come up first? Well, you need some videos to get playlists, but you should start on them early on and start building onto them. You won't have enough, of course, to fill the page, but as soon as you get going enough to start making playlists, start getting rid of all the ones, because the ones that YouTube gives you are absolutely useless. They do you no good. Yes, if somebody lands on your channel, take a look, but it does nothing in helping bring people to your channel. And you got tighter reins over because of the discoverability when you create your own titles and playlists. So it's better to start yours as soon as possible.
You can customize it, and that's the beauty of it, because YouTube doesn't give you that option in their default playlist. And when you customize it, you are making it more optimized for SEO. And those of you that maybe are familiar with building homepages, YouTube page works exactly the same way. So the more you can plug in your keywords, your channel name around your channel, wherever pages it is, the better it is for you to be suggested and searched and found and potentially clicked on that video that you want to get the watch time for.
Pixel PS says, I think you missed my question while hitting your head. Is there an ideal number of videos in a playlist?
Well, it depends. If you're making series, then just make it for series, and you have that amount. You can also have a couple of playlists that are junk playlists, so to say. We have like uploads, obviously, that all of our videos are in. We have another one that all of our videos go in, but it's kind of like a junk playlist, so it's not really...
If it belongs in there, put it.
Yeah.
There's no bad number,
Great
no good
answer.
number. The more the merrier. If they fit into that category, put them in. It only benefits you. If they end up watching, if you have 40 and they watch all 40, great. If you have 20 and they watch all 20, that's great too. So the whole game is always just keep as many people looking what you do as possible. Very important information, Mancho. Very important.
And
hey, Josh and Kaylee, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. And Steve the Technophile's back. Welcome back. Welcome back. How are you?
Jalen Charita, congratulations on getting monetized. That is awesome.
Well done.
Yeah, Commander Vlogs, what you're talking more about is more like a series, which is fine too. And there is no really, if they skip watching all of your videos, it doesn't affect anything on YouTube. Not so far, at least. It doesn't, so.
Oh, interesting. Sally Van says, FYI, I cannot get to membership page from iPad, but I can get to it from Android.
Interesting.
That's
yeah, because
really...
I just changed. You said about the link doesn't work in a box. I just changed it, so maybe that's what the problem is.
Link in the box.
Yeah, in the description. She was saying earlier it doesn't work.
Oh,
so
okay,
I just
okay,
changed
good.
it as she was saying it.
Okay, I thought you meant the one I was pasting here.
No, the one in the description.
Okay, there, we're all settled on that. Stacy, here we go again. How are you? It's always great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Bucks Outdoors, how are you? Welcome as well. Great to see you. There's lots of people coming in. It's a pleasure to have you all. It is Tek Talk Tuesday, folks, and we are taking your questions. Does doing the dishes guarantee my wife will finally watch my channel? Not by the sound of it.
Maybe she does watch. She just doesn't admit it.
Exactly. She's just keeping you dangling on the hook for a while. Not that not all wives do that or anything like that. I'm just speculating.
Nature simplistic, no, but I will add your question. Hello to Stacy. Here we go again. How are you doing? Thank you. Look who is here.
Look who is in the house. It is Grimes Finds. What is going on, buddy? Happy to see you. Happy to see you. And I'm going to let Xenia work her magic. Just pardon me.
Super Super Chat. Thank you so much for the Super Chat to Grimes Finds. Thank you so much. And guys, if you're a member of this channel, let's clap those hands. Let's cover the ears. Super Chat is right here. Let's do it for Grimes Finds. Thank you.
Wow, I didn't think it was going to end. I'm happy to see you too. I'm not yelling and climbing, but I'm very happy to see you. And I've been following along. And guys, came in here a couple of months ago, like 4 months ago or so, to hit 4,000. And there he is at 35.3 thousand. 35K, my friend, plus. Congratulations. You are killing it. You are killing it. Man, what a great success story. And it's all from just doing good things, working hard, the right elements, making what people want to watch. Sorry, been a bit I can only
bet.
imagine. We understand that. The first ones understand that. We can only imagine.
New project coming up too. I see it on the community post. So definitely.
That is awesome, my friend. Great to see you. And it's always, we understand completely. And anytime you can make it in, you're always welcomed. And we're cheering you on every step of the way. Backroad Freedom, how are you, buddy? Always a fantastic pleasure to see you. Hope you're doing great. Casper T. All, hope you're doing fantastic tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Great to have you all in here. Hope you guys are having a good night. And we better get back to those questions, I guess.
Yeah, there's a lot of them tonight.
Excellent. Keep them coming.
Next question was from Destination Chronicles and asked, has anyone been hit by COPPA since the change? So guys, this is a question back to you in the chat. Has anyone in the chat have been hit by a COPPA ruling that started in the January 1st? Have you been affected in any way? If you have, how? Let us know.
Definitely. I mean, there has been channels hit. It is taking effect for sure. There's been, I mean, as far as monetization, I don't know if they've done anything monetary yet. I don't think so.
Well, yeah, there haven't been really a big, statistics done yet, but a couple channels have been revealing their numbers. Now, before the COPPA, they were saying that numbers are going to be losing, on average, 90% of their monetization from ads. Now, a couple of the bigger channels that have revealed their numbers since January say that the loss is around 40%.
Yeah.
So it's not as big as they were estimated, but it's still there.
I meant monetary fines is what I was talking about at first.
As monetary fines, no monetary fines issued just yet. I mean, really, it hasn't been really implemented. It has, it's still, there will still be the vote in the changes to it too in the House, so.
No worry, Ultimate Fish Keeping Show. We understand completely. Next time I don't miss the questions as I missed it tonight. Which will let you know. I hope next time I don't miss the questions. Said he was tired going to bed. Sorry, I didn't know if I had a question up there.
Yeah, I can grab your question here.
Yeah, here, we'll do your question now. We'll grab your question now. Hey, Raul, how are you? Good to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. What do you think about recording a construction cronies? You're keeping me on the edge of my seat. You're keeping me on the edge of my seat. Sherry Austin, Sunset Travels. Yes, the Skyliner at Disney was amazing.
Yeah, they gave a chance to two young boys to be pilots on the Skyliner instead of them. It was their turn, but instead they gave it up for the boys that were there. I thought it was so sweet.
Oh my God, that is so awesome.
People don't do that. They just, yes, we are the pilots, because that's what everybody wants to be, right? Out of the 4 people on there, but they just gave it to the boys, which I thought was so sweet.
Oh, Steve the Technophile missed working at Disney.
Okay, so question from Ultimate Fish Keeping Show was, what do you make of the new changes to YouTube? It could potentially reduce how many video views your content could get. At least that is what I understand. Not really sure what changes you're talking about.
There's so many of them, it's hard to figure, and it depends what category you're into and stuff. In short, I mean, there is a lot of changes, and it is changing its format a lot and stuff like that, which kind of in the whole affects everybody. But then it depends, once again, if you're part of COPPA, etc., and all these things all play factors into it. You got to just, if we choose to be on YouTube, we choose to be on YouTube, and we just got to keep rolling it. You see, tonight we had to change and do all these things, and that's just because somebody meddling with our channel. But, that's not the first time we've had to do it, and we just keep rolling with it. It's either let us down or we go, and we're not going, and it's the same thing with YouTube's guidelines. When the guidelines come out, fair or not fair, right or unjust, it's okay to get angry at, but then you got to make a decision with yourself. Do I want to stay here for that? Is it what I want it to be? If it's not, then it's not the place to be. That's for sure. And that's something each person can only answer for themselves. Because yes, it can take away views, but on the other side too, I always feel that forest fires are great at starting new life, and it's the same in business, and it's the same in YouTube or anywhere else. With every time a downturn comes opportunity. And it's whether you can find an opportunity within it to make it work for you. Hey there, Callie. How are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Always love to you. Good to see you.
Thank you. And yes, if you do have any specifics, you can put that in the chat so we can add to the question. Magnolia Money joined us as well here. Good to see you. Callie Christoph, hello. And AIFG, hello as well. I just set my channel tonight for Not for Kids. Oh, okay. That's what you're talking about. So you're also talking about COPPA. Well, obviously, it will affect the channels that are made for kids, and it is affecting. We have a popcorn kit, I think, the channel name that sometimes come here. All her comments are removed and all of that. Like, she's affected all the way through, but she still makes her content. It's how you choose to make it. As I said, on average now, the bigger channels are reporting 40% loss of their ad revenue, but so far there haven't been big studies made for it. So I don't think it's going to affect in a bad way anybody else. If anything, it's going to affect in a good way, because there's going to be less channels to put advertising on, therefore more ad revenue for the channels that are still creating the content, if anything.
Yep.
Okay, next question here from Above and Beyond. Above and Beyond, if you're still in the chat, I really need the specification. Above and Beyond was asking about fair use and copyright.
Yeah, that could be.
We couldn't blanket this one, but if you have any specific, you gotta ask specific. Cause
because that one, that's very dependent on the situation if there was.
Yes, Ultimate Fish Keeping Show.
Yeah.
Exactly. So do you want to skip this, or do you want to answer about fair use of copyright?
We'll skip it for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you're not there, we're going to answer it at the end. Construction Cronies asked, what do you think about recording a podcast with OBS instead of going with an external recorder to start with?
Whoa.
What do you think about recording a podcast with OBS instead of going with an external recorder to start with?
Oh, I'd say it's fine. I mean, lots do it. You get good audio off it, and you can always just clean it up in Adobe Audition or any kind of program like that does audio into it, for sure. There's no need to complicate your life for anything. Just make sure you have a good input. We're running ours through a mixer. That's how we do it. So XLR mics into a mixer and then running through. But we're going through OBS, and we could just skim the audio off this after and see if there's anything that needs to be touched up, and you're good to go. Even like today, like as long as you have something decent, as long as it's not like something tinny, very tinny cheap mics are very hard to bring back after, but anything that has a little bit of bass, you can always accentuate it after.
Yes, that's a good answer. And I know Construction Cronies have been working on the studio setup lately, inspired by us here. So definitely, we're going to be adding, Andrew has compiled the whole list of all the things that we have, that Andrew have added in this home studio. And we're definitely going to be adding that to like a public list that you can be able to check that out as well.
Oh my God, Backroad Freedom, I could never answer that one for you, but I'm hoping whatever's the best for you, it works out. I think about taking a different route at work should I apply for it. Oh my God. We're not good at life advice. I'm sure you're going to do what's best for you, and you deserve all the best things, so.
Coffin Crew, hello, how are you?
Hey,
I was laughing. I said, change is good.
Feel like that magic 8-ball.
Yeah.
Start 2 hours earlier. I will apply for it, and thank you, my friend. Well,
you have a longer day after to do what you actually want to do, except for working.
There you go.
Not knowing anything else, I would say go for it.
Jeez. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, but unbroken. But that's why I was asking about the specifics, and we'll see if Above and Beyond is asking any specific questions about that. Okay, next question here. Haley family, hello, welcome back here. Next question
Coffee
is...
breaks with Brie as well. Nice to see you.
Miss Full Roller Sarah asked if you give copyright... Are they counted? If you have copyright claimed videos, are they counted like unlisted and private videos, meaning 0 hours for monetization?
They've been hit with a copyright?
No, copyright claimed.
Copyright claimed?
Shared
then
revenue.
you're fine. Everything goes the same as it always does. That's all the copyright claim means, is that they take the money from your video. If there's any generated, any advertising revenue, it goes straight to them, not to you. They call it sharing. You can apply to share it, but unless you're a big channel, most likely they're not even going to reply to it. So, but you never know. You can try it and see. But for the most part, then you just have to say, well, I made my decision. They get the money. I get the video. Just remember, I always say it as a sideline, remember what's shared today could be a copyright strike tomorrow. What somebody decided to share, they could sell it to another company, and music gets bought and sold all the time in large bulk numbers. And the next company that buys it might not want to share it. And 3-4 years down the road, you wake up one morning and get a notification that you got a copyright strike. It does happen all the time, so just be aware of that.
Yeah, and your watch time is not affected by it whatsoever. It's two separate things altogether.
La Vida Josue, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic.
Next question here is from, let's see, Cubs then asked, what are your takes on using Premiere videos? When would you recommend that it is used?
Oh, to make premieres. Premieres are great. Grimes finds, I don't know if he's still in here, has completely turned us around on a premiere. But it takes the right kind of person to do them the way he does. He pretty much does all of his. And that's actually was a channel killer when they came out, was people were doing them all the time. The difference between his are longer than a lot of other videos. So it gives 20, a good 30 minutes most of the time he gets with the audience. He's very engaging and treats it just like a live stream. When they first came out, the problem was people were releasing all the time and half of them people weren't even showing up to their own premiere. They became really kind of junky in a way, and people stopped even getting attracted to them. It actually became a bit of a channel killer for a while. But then I see somebody like Grimes Finds came along, and he kind of reinstated, because we were excited about them when they first came out, even though we weren't doing uploads. Thought it was such a great idea, and still believe it is. It's just that it was getting used in the wrong way. I would say most people cannot use them all the time. That's too hard to pull off properly. Instead, save them for really amazing things. And it doesn't mean you have to jump off the CN Tower amazing things. It just means things are a bit different, or have them once a month to catch up with everybody and that. And unless something big happens and you want to be there to explain more, but be there, make it an event, make it exciting, that's the whole point. If it's just in there just to say, to try and get a bit more interaction, well, you get what you give. So when you're doing it, it's like a party. They call it premiere for a reason. It's supposed to be like a movie premiere. You've all heard about them when they pre-release a movie in LA or in France at the Cannes Festival or wherever. It's a viewing into it. The first one's in to see it when it first comes out. So make it exciting, make it engaging, make it an event worth coming to, and you'll get the best results on it.
We have done a premiere just as an experiment more than anything, because since it is not our content really. It's interesting. It definitely is something to look into if you are a video creator. It was interesting. You get kind of the best of both worlds, so to say. Next question here is from Jason Draws. OG-san Draws. OG.
I get to correct on this one. I feel good.
OG-san Draws.
OG-san Draws, that's right.
Are any of the promotion services worth it? Google Ads, Frizzy, etc. And there was also a question about Facebook, so I will add that. So is any of the promotion services worth it?
I'm guessing paid promotion. You're talking because of Frizzy's into it and that.
Yeah.
Well, unless you're willing to fork out some major money, most times it's not going to be that beneficial. And some of them are outright scams, and some of them even take your video, either put it into a bunch of places you don't want your video to be, and that brings in the wrong crowd. Therefore, they can say, look, we got you views, we kept our word. It's tempting, but you really need something. I would say it's more product driven. You would need to have something that actually has, you're going to get a return on your investment for it to pay off. We've looked at it in the past. We've considered it once in a while because we use the Facebook sometimes for advertising, but that's for our business that we do, not for our channel. Facebook's not really such a big help for what we do here on YouTube. But
we have tried it, but it's not so good help.
Yeah, be very, very careful, because a lot of them, you end up sometimes even giving away like the rights for them to use the video, and it can come back to haunt you in many, many ways. Read the fine print and everything, especially with third-party ones, because there's so many ways you can have your channel taken and people using it, and you're just kind of signed over the rights for them to do so. There's a million different pitfalls you can fall into. Hey, Brittany, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. And Izzy fam, sorry, I know you've been dealing with bronchitis, and I understand completely why you don't like it. It's not fun for sure.
Some people do use like Google Ads, and they run ads on videos, the same as you would see any other ad. You see a channel ad, you're gonna, as anything else, you're just gonna know what you're advertising. If you're just putting just because, it's not gonna generate. And what do you want to see? Do you want to see a raise in views? Do you want to see a raise in subscribers? Do you need people to funnel to a certain thing on your channel? Like, there has to be a certain very concrete goal behind it, and not just, well, I'll put an ad about my channel, because that's not going to lead into anything.
You have to make a campaign.
Yeah.
You really need a campaign for that to even have a chance of working.
The reason I asked is I know how to create ads and target, but not sure if a link to a video channel would work. Facebook ads, if you know how to make them, they work in different ways. So you don't have to link to the channel or the video. It can be different types of campaigns that funnel back to the link, and then that funnels to your channel. So it's if you know the Facebook ads, just dig into a little bit more, and you can make it in a step-by-step kind of basis. We have tried a little bit of the Facebook ads with the link. It doesn't really expand your reach per se, unless you're really targeted to the super specific age group, demographics, place, and because what are you going to do as a category for search? YouTube, everybody watches YouTube. You have to put those items to identify your demographics. What is specific to people that watch YouTube? So you have to know those specific demographic terms that you would be putting in your ads in order to filter them out. You can try it, run one and see, like put $10 on it and see where it goes. I think the experimentation works there.
Yeah, I just wouldn't go too far onto it. And don't expect, by not putting in much money, don't expect crazy results. Mm-hmm. Don't expect, you're going to get 25,000 subscribers on $10 type of thing. You'd be terrified to know what some of the bigger companies spend for the advertising on here. It's knee crushing. It's that much.
Have you heard? Bloomberg reported today that Mr. Trump has bought all the major ads for November, including the election day. The big banner ad that you see at the very homepage is going to be taken by Mr. Trump as well for November. That costs millions. Pixel Pia Teaching and Learning, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Thank you so much, Pixel Pia Teaching and Learning, for that super sticker, super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pixel Pia. I do appreciate it. I swear to God, you spoil us 10 times over. You really do. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Wayne on the road says, "Oh, I know it's part of what I do."
And that's awesome. Well, then you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So I would just try to do it even more specific than you ever do for anything else on Facebook, just because it's a different platform. Cane Sample, finally. Yes, I don't know, at least 30 people of you guys that have reached their 1K since October of last year have contacted us asking what's going on. I can't go live streaming from my mobile. I'm over 1K and I still can't do that. So thank you so much for informing me. It's finally have been solved. So if you have been waiting on that, you are in luck and you can live stream now again. Thank you so much, Ken Sample, for letting me know. That's good to hear, because so many people of you guys asked that was a glitch on YouTube.
You know, our number's been played with so much tonight, I'm actually thinking of going on and doing the push. I don't like it. Literally.
Audition Draw says, it's just hard to get noticed nowadays. I tried Spreezy, but it killed my analytics, because Spreezy is not really something that promotes you. Spreezy, I don't really understand why it's allowed to be on YouTube as an ad. And I know it runs alongside our videos sometimes as well. People have said, we don't have any affiliation with it, and we can't say which ads could and cannot run. But that's something that is not really creating you the promotion. It's just literally adding views. I wouldn't be doing that.
Pixel Pia, you're crazy.
Spider Gaming, hello.
It's so crazy. You don't have to do that. Oh my God almighty. You're crazy.
Professor Perseverance, hello. How are you doing? Good to see you here. Okay, next question. You want next question?
Yeah.
Okay, next question was here for Punchy Pan. Someone told me that if you do a video preview, it hurts your views because YouTube won't promote the video after that. Is this true?
If you do a video preview? The premiere, you mean?
Yeah.
I don't think there's any real science behind that.
No, it treats it as a video. It's not a live stream. It's a video.
Maybe some people are noticing a pattern. That's why I was kind of going a little cautious into it. I mean, maybe people are seeing that. But then again, I think of channels like Grinds Finds and stuff like that, they're doing them, and they're doing really... There you go. Farmall says not true. So you see? Mm-hmm. I've never heard of it before. I'm just more curious if anybody has noticed something like that. But like I say, there's other channels, but Grind Finds is like an absolute snapshot of that. He's been doing all premieres, and his channel's growing like crazy. So, no, I do premiere all the time. No issues. Spider Gaming as well says so.
Yeah, there are two categories of videos, content. There are videos and live streams. Live streams get treated differently, and the way it works in analytics, the way it gets optimized, etc. And videos get treated differently, and that's it. There's two ways you can do your content.
Thank you, Farmall Spider Gaming, you guys for chiming in on that one. Because I'm always curious if somebody can say, like, I've been noticing that we're always listening. Nomad Unbroken Live on his other channel, I haven't had that issue. So there you go. There's another one stating it. So it's good to know. Thank you guys. Oh my God.
Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. It's ice cream from OG Sandras. Thank you so much for the super sticker, super chat. Thank you. Let me clap some hands here for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Do appreciate it. Absolutely awesome.
MA Truth just got a Rottweiler dog, building a dog house. Awesome. What's the name? Next question here is from Cubs Den. Any tips on how to make your live streams stand out?
Have a good night homesteading with the Herberts. You have a fantastic night. Always great to see you. Always a pleasure. Hey there, Rose DIY. How are you? They all need the same love as anything that you do uploaded. I think that's the one thing that gets lost so many times in live streams is it's just kind of turn on the camera and go because it's there, where you would never do that with a video. You need a beginning, a middle, and an end. You need a bit of prep. You need an idea what you're going to do. And I think that gets lost more on live streams than anything. Adding things to it, evolving, learning new techniques. You've seen us, a lot of you, that from where we start off to where we are. Don't do what I did. Oh my God. And you know what? I mean, and you know what? We've made mistakes and we own up and we've learned from them and stuff like that. There's a great example. Thank you for bringing. I think that's so awesome. I wish more people. I can't think of anybody who truthfully doesn't make a ton of mistakes on here. The problem is if you don't learn from them and make better. And he had really good live streams that were popular. Don't get me wrong, but his channel was primarily uploading, and since he stopped, he's just been going and going and going and growing and growing and growing and all that stuff. And believe you me, we got a lot of our own to add to as well. I think we can't talk about our mistakes enough when we're on here, so we can't ask for much more transparent than that. And they are what they are. Learn from them. Just put a lot into your live streams. If they're going to be live streams, make them live streams. Don't let them kill your channel. Don't do them every day. If you're not a live streaming channel, and if you're a live streaming channel, try to have as good a package together of a show as possible, because you got to be growing the same way as anybody else. Paul Murray is in the house. I wasn't ready yet. I wasn't prepared.
Hey, thank you so much for the super sticker super chat. Let's clap together and hold our ears, whichever you choose. Super sticker super chat is here for Paul Murray. Thank you. Thank you
so much, Paul. Great to see you. Paul also became a member. It's great to have you in here. Dallas County Scratchers, hello. How are you and the family? We're doing great. Hope you are. Oh, sorry. Hope you're doing fantastic. It's asking a question. Sorry. Okay.
Well, it's a question added to what we already talked about. Mm-hmm. So what's the difference between videos and live streams regarding how YouTube recommend them and about the optimization?
In short, live streams go up with a big push because you need people in. Unless you have people screwing your channel, they go up quickly and then drop off fast because they're live. You want people there for when it's going on. Where videos tend to go more on a lower slant, but hope for a longer period, hopefully therefore giving you a chance to gain evergreen growth. So it's getting you started, pushing it enough so hopefully it'll take on a life of its own, and then if it's doing well, it will continue to push it. So that's the short.
Now, with regards to optimization, what you have to do in the live streams, you think a little bit more in the short terms thinking, what is active and hot now. With regards to optimization, more about live now, and what is it that people are looking at now, like today, in the last 2 days. When you're thinking about the video and you're optimizing for the long term and being it an evergreen content, meaning that people will be watching it a year or two later. So that's the difference right there. And if we're talking about general, if you want more detail, we would have to do a separate live stream on that. Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Paul Murray, thank you so much for reminding us to click that like button and share it out. That's right, share it out. Click that like button if you haven't yet. And if you're new to our channel, subscribe to us. Yes, you can become a member as well, as Paul Murray is a member of ours right now as well. So give a round of applause to Paul Murray. Yes, that's right.
That's right.
Love that.
Thank you so much.
You.
Well, I didn't get a chance to protect myself. I was in the middle of doing the other stuff over here, keeping this going, and you went all crazy.
Yep. And
Yep.
we have Spider Gaming saying that Morning Fame is great. Yes, I use Morning Fame as well. Now, Morning Fame, we always suggest for somebody that doesn't really know how to use tags, I would really suggest before diving into paying for TubeBuddy, use a free option of TubeBuddy, but don't pay for TubeBuddy unless you know what you're doing with your tags and keywords. To understand how it works, I would suggest, in the meantime, sign up for Morning Fame. By the way, link is down below. Because it will show you the whole process behind it. It will explain you how it works, so you understand what you're doing. And then, either together or separately, then sign up for a TubeBuddy if you want to pay for it, if that's what you're choosing. Because Morning Fame is great to literally guide you through the whole process of how it works on YouTube. And when you do it a couple of times, you start to understand it. Because just blindly copy-pasting is not going to do you long-term anything. You got to understand what it does for your channel to make it work for you. Tuesday torture, yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm going to put the link in the chat as well. Morning Fame, by the way, is only available by the invite only. So if you choose to do so, we would appreciate if you use our link. It doesn't cost you more. It just gets us commission eventually. Not yet. Eventually. Eventually.
We're working on it.
Yeah, we're working on it.
It's a work in progress.
Next question here was from Ben, a bird person. I love this question, Andrew. What YouTube niche community surprised you the most?
Ooh, I'd say magnet fishing. Just because I found it so interesting. It was something I never knew existed. I mean, there is some bizarre stuff, but that truly, really was I got to check this out more and get to know it. I found them through the coin community, which led to the metal detecting community, which then, of course, led to the metal magnet fishing. And that, I think, is just such an interesting niche. I just couldn't get enough of it once I started. It's nice. That's the cool thing. As a kid, I liked going through the encyclopedias now and then, just kind of spin open a page, start looking, And that's what I feel like YouTube is like today. My mother would be shocked because I was not exactly always the best student, but that was true. I think that was part of my payment for living in a small town once in a while. So yeah, I think it's always amazing to find something new going on out there, and how it has its own set of guidelines and everything, its associations, all these things, as you find out more, something you didn't even know about, and then all of a sudden, there's a whole community of it out there. I think it's amazing. Thoughts on the Drunken Peasants podcast?
Which one? We do watch it. Are you talking about the recent one? I don't think we watched the recent one.
I haven't watched the last
yet.
couple, actually. I've been missing a bit of them. I was watching them more.
Yeah. We are watching. That's actually great podcast, live stream podcast. So we are watching it time to time, definitely. So let us know which one you think, so we can go and watch it afterwards.
William Gaming, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good evening to you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Folks, just want to remind you, if you haven't hit that like button yet, please do. If you haven't tweeted out, please do. It really does make a big difference. It's great to have you all in here. And we are taking questions from you guys. Hope you're all doing fantastic. Eileen Krell, how are you, by the way? Good to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic.
And it took me all this time to change all the links that I already shared.
Oh, that's a tricky one, DJ Conley. I'm going to have to take that under advisement.
Yeah. Thank you, Rashida Diva. Thank you so much. Welcome back here. And next question here. Today's Tuesday Tech Talk, asking and answering questions. Exploration Laura Leah, good to see you back here as well. And let's see, the next question was by Assis Hunter, who asked, what do you advise someone to do when they hit a plateau and no matter what they do, they just can't get out of it? I think that's something all of us has experienced at some points.
Yeah, I mean, that's the same as anybody who does anything creative, whether it's music, whether it's writing, and that's a whole conversation on its own, because a lot of people have their different ways of dealing with it. getting away is always the first answer. Not sitting there driving it in the ground, because otherwise you're going to drive yourself to the point you're going to hate it and quit, or you're going to drive yourself to make a bad decision. Both are just as bad as the other. So first off is just to try and get away from it for a bit. Clear head. Be careful, because I always say too, sometimes like watching other videos, you know, for a bit, the same as listening to their music and that. But you got to be very careful doing that you don't accidentally get it too inspired by somebody and come back with something of your own and thinking something that you've picked up that's not your own, but thinking it is. And that can happen accidentally. So you got to be very, very, very careful how inspired you get by something. It's just sometimes just doing different things, you know, just get away from it a bit. I used to do a lot of that work, and it was under time schedules where you can't get away as much from it. But sometimes even just 10 minutes away can give your head a fresh shake and jump back into it. So
take a break, I would say.
Yeah.
Helps me. Take a break, do something completely different. Make your mind think about something else. So when it switches back, you have fresh set of energy in that part of your brain.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jay Stevick, welcome, by the way. We have different nights. We have game show nights and all that stuff. It's mostly around YouTubers. We're talking. Tonight is people asking questions about YouTube. That's mostly what we discuss. And no, I see your question earlier. We don't discuss politics because I would get too amped and I'd have no audience left. And it's just too divisive.
Not on our channel. We can do it on another channel, maybe.
Yeah, it's exactly. Some are geared for it. So unfortunately, we don't do the political side.
Inspire so many. Hello, and Brady TV just joining us as well. No, Jay. I really can't expand on that one. Okay, and the next question here is.
Yeah.
Let me get to that. Harmon Comedy asked, why do I get more people to notice me? Or how do I get suggested? Now, we did talk about it extensively in the whole live stream, probably now 3 weeks ago, and I'll put the link in the chat. So while I'm doing that, Andrew is going to answer your question.
Okay, all right. So, in short, the thing is everything that we've talked about your channel helps you. And that's that polarization that's been going on. Remember, whenever sides are having to be chosen, what's more important in something, not just on YouTube or wherever, there's usually a dollar involved somewhere along the line. It's important on YouTube, in short, to not be polarized by the whole thing and realize that all these elements that we talk about on channels are there to help us get noticed in the end, to help us be seen. And it's I compare it a lot to like a driving test. You know, there's all different point system maybe on stuff, but in the end, it's that they all have points. And that's what I think is the most important. So, you put the link up?
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go.
Now, it is a huge question, and as I said, we did talk about that during the live stream. That was brand new information, actually, coming from the head of the algorithm on YouTube, who is the head of the one that makes sure how different videos get suggested. So if you wanted in details, we actually provided not only information that he have given to the AI podcast at the time, but also practical tips alongside. So there was information bits of how to get suggested by YouTube, and alongside the tips on how you can practically implement that on your channel. So if you're really interested in that, I would really suggest watching that. It's not a long live stream. It's not as long as our usual ones are. So definitely go through that, and it will help.
It's a lot. That's why I know my answer sounded a bit on those, because we're not going to get into all that, or as you can see, it's a whole show on its own, but definitely a good reference.
New information, a lot of new things that we never heard. Like it's. But
once again, remember the basics do count. They do matter. All those things, and don't leave them to the side. Don't be polarized side to side. And that they all do count. And then you go even further into it. But you gotta prep the soil before you plant the flowers. So.
That's right. Next question here is from. Camp Survivor was asking about the layout of the channel. What would be the best way to present or lay out your channel?
Playlist, I cannot. You guys have heard me say it 1,000 times. It is so important. Hey there, Nacho Rolling. How are you? Good to see you. And Playlist will give, you see, this gives so much style to your channel, so much functionality at the same time, and they really get you off on a good foot. Remember, everything you see here, banners at the top, thumbnails, the profile picture, the thumbnails, the layout on here, all lead to one thing, is trying to get people to click on one of these things and watch it. Just remember that everything counts, and as well, the about section, well structured, well formed, for people and the algorithm to understand, makes a gigantic difference. I know that sounds kind of trivial, but once again, the basics do count a lot. They are important, and that's where all things start, is a good foundation. And branding, please remember branding. Branding is so important. It makes such a big difference. And that all, once you do that, you see, once your branding is in, and you go back down to the home page, you see everything is tying in here. Everything is, now we got these in here, but picture they were, like the live now wasn't in there. You're still, but even them themselves, everything is working with colors in here, font size is staying the same, consistency all across the board with your channel. Don't mind these, I gotta change them. Bad example. But you see now how those stand out compared? You can already see a change, but still, even so, we've changed things like took the roof off the S, the layout, the name change. They still have a consistent look to them. Even when we changed over to the new look, we didn't throw everything out because there is branding in there that we do not want to lose. So that's why it's been a slow turnover that way, and a lot of testing before releasing it to make sure that it doesn't hurt what we do. You got to realize how important your brand is, and the moment you join YouTube, you've already become a brand. No brand starts off the same as any channel. It doesn't start off with, 1 million followers or 10 billion in sales. Everything starts off with some first moment step. And good businesses will plan ahead, long ahead before, on the branding, the layout, etc., and all those things, because they know the importance of it. So.
That was a great answer. And let's see the next.
Why, thank you.
Let's see the next question here as well, coming up from Danny McReact asked, what is a healthy CRT or click-through rate number for the video?
I'll let you get all off of this. That's usually your favorite part. You get all off into it, so.
Well, so if you want to have it around if it's around on average 2-3, it's okay. That's what average is. Now, if you want to get it to take off, so to say, if you want to get it more suggested, you want to have it over 5%, and the higher it is, the better it is. So if you 2-3 is an average, and it's okay if you have it there. But if you want to take it off, you want to work on your thumbnails even more and your titling, because that's the two things that are going to work the best for your CTR. So I'm going to aim above 5, because when it goes above 5, it starts to suggest you more, and therefore your impressions, and there are more impression numbers, there are more CTR, everything kind of snowballs from there. So over 5 is where you want to have it end up, obviously. I seen TubeBuddy today. Some of them were posting the glitch on YouTube where it was showing click-through rate of 300 or 800.
Be nice.
Which obviously wasn't true, but they were laughing. It's like, oh, TubeBuddy works so well. We even get like 300 CTR on our videos, you know. So yeah. Since we started changing our thumbnails, thanks to Andrew, we have noticed our CTR going up as well. It takes time, obviously, and you want to aim for overall channel CTR being higher as well, because your channel gets suggested more as well. So that goes into tandem. Wood Pigeon Outdoors, hello,
hey,
good to see you.
Here. Sorry, I got distracted on the side
and
here.
Wilder Scotland is here as well.
Great to see you both. Hope you're doing fantastic. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I feel like my thumbnails are too basic. What's some great thumbnail apps? Canva. Canva is great for working with thumbnails.
Yeah, and if you guys have any suggestions about the apps that you use for your thumbnail, definitely put them in the chat. You're more than welcome to add to our conversation here. Canva, as Andrew said, is down below. The description is full of different tools that you can be using for free, including Canva on app or desktop. We love it. Andrew used Photoshop, but that's not worth getting it if that's the only thing what you'll be using for. There's tons of apps out there that offer you the whole template thing. All you have to do is just literally change one thing and the thumbnail is ready. So check it out. And if you guys are using any, you guys in the chat put it in so we can see, everybody can see and check it out and try it. Maybe there's something you like better.
That's right. That's right. Cowgirl ASMR, how you doing? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. And I'm sorry to hear that, Jason. With Bitchin' Outdoors, YouTube tips for filming a weekend and nothing came out.
Well, make a video how nothing happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Or, you know, I don't know, a video card got corrupted or you didn't do what you were planning. Make a video about that. It's all part of being a creator. Yes, Jay, yes.
Not interested.
A long time ago. Not interested now. Next question here we have from Average Joe Adventures, who asked, what is the most important when making tags?
I don't know. I felt like I was answering them all tonight. I was starting to back off a bit. Okay.
Well, I can answer them too.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Because I'll take the next one over.
Okay, so with tags, one thing that you make sure the smaller the channel are, the more specific the tags should be. So the long keywords would be the ones that you would be using for tags. Long tail keywords means that it would consist 2, 3, 4 words even instead of one. So it's no point for a smaller channel to put a tag that says music or gaming. Because there's millions of channels with higher views that are going to be taking that over already. So you're not going to be coming up in searches anywhere near close first or second page, if even anybody looks at the second page. So you want to have those 3, 4 word keywords. You want to have them from the same category. So don't fill up keywords, the tags, with all bunch of different kind of keywords from all different locations, you know, size of the world and so on. Find the one that is your main keyword for the video and then expand on it in different versions, different way people would be searching for it, different spellings and so on. You can use TubeBuddy for that. You can use Google Trends for that. You can use Morning Fame for that. So that's something that would help you understand and also find those different these different tags. You can also use YouTube address, YouTube search bar, where you can type in the words that are main for your video theme, and then you see the suggested themes coming up, what people else would be, you know, looking for. And number 2, make sure that you reflect those tags in your description and your title. You have to have all 3 places mirroring each other. So title, description, and tags would be mirroring each other with the keywords. Having the most important keywords in the tags on the top, in the description on the top, and in the title at the beginning.
So as you see, folks, I know after we say that a lot of times people ask what we mean. So there you go. There's the title of this one from last night. And then right underneath, there you go. See right there. And I don't know if I have my tags. Oh, I didn't log in. Okay, never mind on that part. Anyways, you get the hint. You get where it's going, but there you go. So whatever you have up here, basically, you want to make the first part of your description as well, and then make it into your tags too. So, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Next question here from Cubs Dennis that asked, I have heard so many stories about YouTube unsubbing channels on your behalf. I've had channels I thought I was subscribed to, and a couple of weeks after I wasn't. Any thoughts on that? Yes,
they're doing it all the time, and it started off with good intentions. It was supposed to be a great thing to get a more concurrent representation of who's subscribed to you. Gone were the days where people are just buying a bunch of subscribers and having dead subs laying all over the place that don't watch. And it all sounds nice and fluffy on the outside. The problem is the algorithm somewhere down the line has gone absolutely crazy with it, and they're always like unsubscribing people that watch you all the time. So where it was at first was, say you came in here on the wheel night and you got 20 new subscribers, especially if they came in fast. A lot would lose it, and then they'll give it back to you, and they'll start sorting through. Okay, are these from the same IP address? Are they people that didn't really watch anything, just flew? There's a whole bunch of ideas to find out what's a true viewer and a true subscriber. So once that was flushed out, they would then say, okay, well, great, you got 20, We weeded out, I'm just gonna say 3 that aren't good. You got 6 that are good out of this, and we're happy for you. So now we're gonna take away 8 that haven't watched you in 6 months. And that was supposed to be the game of it, to clear up, somebody hasn't watched in a long time, etc., etc. The problem is it just started eating more and more into concurrent viewers. And I'll give you a great example of one of many is Canadian Drone Hub, who you see here every night. I've had to join his channel many, many times. Many, 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 many times. For the simple reason is that's exactly what it's doing. And I even have my message here that I put into it. Fight the purge. There you go. I'm just going to post it in right now. Good time for it. I haven't put it in a little bit. What is going on tonight? Sorry about that. Why did it not copy over? There we go. All right. There's a better version of it. Fight the purge, and make sure to take a moment and make sure you're still connected to the ones you know. And I keep telling everybody that because you go through these chats anywhere you are, or if you watch videos. I joined 2 more channels today that I've been subscribed to for over a year. I seen them comment in another video I was on to, and I'm like, I haven't heard from them in a bit. I went over, and sure enough, it was marked as unsubscribed. So that happens. I think everybody's been getting that a lot lately. So I can't think of anybody that hasn't really been hit with it. So
Yeah, definitely. There have been channels that I always bring Panic D as an example. I go there every week, and every time I'm subscribed. Like, what?
Now, Pixel P has said, she didn't want the matchmaker. Xenia's matched up a couple of people in here already in real life. Philip just left a message here, and it says, I still love you at Pixel P at Teaching and Learning. So I don't know. I'm just saying to keep an eye onto it. Keep an eye onto the happenings.
Swedish blood and state.
Yeah, there you go.
Let us know.
Keep us abreast of the situation. No, let's not all share the love at all. Be nice to each other. Don't share love. Be nice. Just.
Jay, I don't really understand your question, the last one. Okay, now the next question is here from what should a good thumbnail look like? Average Joe Adventures, and a couple other people in the chat was asking.
Sorry, I was reading Pixel P.S. That was because I said I have to keep on subscribing to him. Don't you make something else out of it? Well, that's what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah, I'm surprised. It's Andrew who's doing it. And usually I'm trying to connect everyone.
That's right.
Matchmake everyone on their hearts.
That's right. So. Oh my God. Sorry, I'll have to read it again. I was too busy caught up.
What would be the best tips for making a thumbnail? And Andrew is the king of making thumbnails here, so let's listen. Engaging
clickbait, good clickbait. There's such a stigma around the word clickbait, but if you're not using clickbait, people aren't going to watch. That's got to be stuff that draws people in. It's got to be engaging. It's got to be over the top. Sell what you do. Don't be shy to do that. If, I always bring up the example, if you're at the lake for the day and the canoe almost tipped, well, sell that into the thumbnail. Take the canoe, even if you have to get somebody to hold one in and shake it until there's white water splashing everywhere. Get a shot of that, whatever you need to draw people in. As long as it happens in the video, you're not lying. That's the simple truth of it. But there's also there can be some, there is exceptions to that, like drama stuff, but that's what you want to attract. But it's a short-term fix. But yeah, definitely sell what it's worth. And remember, faces into it. The algorithm loves faces. It reads. We've shown you how that works before with the AI. We've done tests with thumbnails, brought it in, and it showed us what the algorithm sees. It puts a lot of weight on seeing faces. So I would definitely get faces in there, and limited text is the last thing. Don't tell the story on there. Remember, it's just a segue to get people in to see the story. Don't give it away on the thumb. Let them come and get it. That's the whole point of why you're doing it, is to get people on it. Telling the whole story is just kind of like, oh yeah, okay, interesting. On to the next. Bait the hook. That's what you're here to do. You're baiting the hook. That is good clickbait. Jackknife Finnegan, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic.
And Marinette Madriaga is here as well, joining us. Good to see you. Is YouTube drama mostly BS?
And then some.
Some people just love drama.
Yeah.
And they invite people without those other people wanting to be invited.
Honestly,
that's the biggest problem.
Drama is usually a crutch for lack of anything better to bring to the table. That's usually what brings drama in the end. When
The
it's
easiest
said.
clickbait.
Yeah.
So why not to use it, right?
The problem with drama is, and I hint to anybody who's fallen down that path, you got to be ready to keep the drama up, because the ones that came in for it are not going to settle. So either you're ready to give it all away and just keep pushing the envelope further and further and sink yourself further in a hole, or you're going to have a change of heart, stop it, and then they all go away, or worse, they turn on you because they were there for the drama, so now they're going to make you part of the drama. Either way, they're going to get their entertainment's worth out of it. So,
well, there's also a very thin line between drama and being a bully and harassment. You know, if it continues and you're involving people that haven't even asked for it and are not involved in it, it is not just drama anymore. You know, just really makes me think about some people human worthwhile sometimes.
yeah.
Found it buried, added, I make the mistake all the time, too much text in my thumbnails. Yeah, as Andrew said, usually less is better. Now you gotta remember now, the mobile views have jumped to over 70% now. People are using mobile phone to look at their YouTube videos, so you wanna take that in mind, keep that in mind when you're making your thumbnails. Next question here is, Average Joe Adventures already answered about tags. Hope you were here to listen to that. Nature Simplistic Beauty Photography asked, is there an issue with running playlist after monetization? Heard someone say YouTube doesn't like that. No.
They like when you watch stuff.
Yeah.
That's what they are. They're a viewing platform. I honestly don't know where a lot of these things come from, and it's amazing how they're said. And not picking on you, I know you just heard, but I do hear these things come out, and there's some in the. I think sometimes people are forgetting when they start these things what exactly YouTube is. It is here to watch. It's made to view stuff. That's what we're all doing here. We're doing it right now. You guys are doing it. That's what we're here to do. So I don't know why YouTube would have such a problem with people watching stuff. But nonetheless, I hear stuff like this all the time. As long as it's not faked. As long as it's real. And, you know, some people, yes, you should watch what you're watching. But I don't care if somebody's watching my stuff and goes to have supper and forgets it running. The algorithm is certainly not getting all upset or bent out of shape about it. It's still running. It's not a bot running it. It's not anything. I don't want to grow my channel just on people doing it. I don't like when people say, oh, let's all get together and watch each other's videos or playlists and stuff like that to grow each other. That's kind of a bad circle to fall into. But no, definitely not. I mean, hey, if everybody here tonight goes and watches our playlist for the rest of the night, I'll be the happiest person in the world. I'm not going to complain about it. So,
I actually watch and search for playlists a lot of times when I go to bed.
Same here,
as
yeah.
Andrew have many times said, I watch ASMR before I go to bed, and I look for a playlist. Now they have this new watch later feature now that I've been utilizing more, although I can't really trust it. But playlists is the ones I search for. So. Obviously, I sleep most of the time the playlist is running, so it's there for a reason. If YouTube has created something, it wants you to use it. If YouTube has a subscribe button that says subscribe on it, that means that they're not against the word subscribe. It's just pure logic, right? It even says in the guidelines, you know, you can prompt your viewers to like, subscribe, and share. Guys, read the guidelines. You know, don't believe the rumors. Rely on your original sources, and that's why we always say that you are responsible for your channel no matter what we're saying here, although we're trying our best to share with you information that is based from original sources like YouTube community guidelines, like their creators academy, and so on and so on, the places where it comes from, the first source. We usually add those sources down below in description afterwards, so you can go and double check yourself. One man said, or, they said it such and such. It's so much misinformation. It's crazy. Sometimes I just want to shake people and say, like, can you please check it yourself before you share it and pass it on to other people? Because it spreads like wildfire sometimes, especially, for example, the questions about emojis that have been popping up again. People are messaging us, oh my God, we can't use emojis anymore in the chat. Wow, I guess that's why they gave us the emojis in the membership, so we can't use them. Like things like that. Sometimes it's just pure logic, and sometimes just do a quick search and double check the information is correct.
Sean is always on. Oh my God, Sean's like that salesman there. Yeah. Come on, guys, we got a deal for you. We got a deal for you today. Ogaseni, you don't have to search for playlists. I can DM you a different one each night, especially created for your going to sleep viewing.
Yeah, a horror going to sleep or paranormal. I mean, if you add it after the first hour, I wouldn't mind, I guess. I wouldn't know it's there. So first hour, I need ASMR, and then after you can add whatever you want there me to watch.
I'd love to see Sean doing ASMR. That would be awesome. Philip says, I came to your house, rang the bell, and painted your door red, LOL. Well, thank you so much, Philip. Yeah. And we danced around your garden and flicked the tulips on yours. So there you go.
And yes, Pixel P exactly has the same idea as Sean wants to do a play. You guys are more than welcome. I will watch it. So please curate for me an ASMR playlist for the first hour, and then you can add whatever you want afterwards. Send it in DM on Twitter. Jay, do you want to address this one?
Yeah, sure. Are you part of it? I mean, it's getting more and more closer to this every time.
I feel like an interview.
Yeah. So
how do we deal it?
Yeah.
Sometimes we address it, and sometimes we just don't care.
Have you ever seen a troll that wasn't a complete, utter moron? I'll put the question back to you. I haven't seen one yet that isn't, so...
My mom always said at school, if you get bullied, ignore them.
Exactly.
They're not worth your energy or time.
We're 46 and 36. We're parents of 3. We're too old to be bothered by garbage like that. That's for kids and the challenged mentally to the extreme. So.
Yeah. Okay. Now, thrifting 365. We can get subliminal messages into the minds of those watching our playlist after they start to fall asleep. You know what? There's actually a trend going. I talked about that a couple months ago. That ASMR was going like one of the first trending categories and niches on YouTube, but it's starting to be taken away by subliminal message videos. That's right. You're actually consciously going to watch the videos that have subliminal messages apparently encoded in them. Of like getting your motivation up, focusing you, healing your whatever. Some people even claimed their teeth got whiter and they grew 2 inches. I don't know how about that one, but it's getting the traction. So you never know. You never know. Melanie, the moderator.
Oh, I was just typing to her. Hi, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. That was
Next
2 years ago.
Question.
We are getting a lot of channels recently leaving comments to just come out their channel and live streams, and the channels have huge sub counts. They are getting blocked. Yeah, there's a lot of that. It seems to come in waves.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I don't know why, what moon rises over them, but yeah, unfortunately, that seems to be the case.
Yeah, Wayne.
Records backwards. That's right. That's right.
Franklin Scratchin for Cash was asking, is there an average range of time people experience to get monetized?
To get monetized, oh my God, that varies so much. It completely depends on the channel. It is so specific. That's what I asked.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to make sure I understood. So.
I'll look the other way.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry, I'm a little preoccupied tonight. Jay, we didn't see your message. Why did you retract it? I was curious to see what you were going to write. Yeah, so channels have taken a long time. It can be years to do it. It can be done in 2 months. Depends what kind of content you got and how quickly you bring in 1,000, 4,000. But most of the time, it's not such a fast event. And the thing is to stay on and keep content that people want to see when they get there. A balance between networking and content is always the best way to go for the long-term chance.
Philip Cockram is making something for supper for everyone. Sometimes.
Yep.
Jay. BJ Azurin, hello. Good to see you here as well. 4KS, we love rain is still here as well. Yeah, we got monetized literally in no time. Some people take one day.
I must edit my video for tomorrow and film an intro. A great show as always. Thank you so much, Pixel P, and thank you for being here lately with us and all that. You're absolutely awesome. Hope the editing goes well. Crossing our fingers. We know you got limited time with all you got on your hands, so it's always a pleasure to have you in here. A little fish in the kitchen, by the way. How are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic.
Magnolia, unfortunately, I didn't get your question. Sorry if I missed it. And Magnolia, yes, okay, you're on mobile probably, that's why. I'm looking at you, so if you want to ask it, go ahead, and sorry about missing that. Question from Sally Van Wees, mixed media artist. So many live streams have rules about spamming the chat, stating certain words are spam. Does YouTube state everywhere or anywhere what is and is not allowed in the chat regarding words like sub, got, grab, and so on?
It's all in context. I don't like sub and stuff like that because I just think it's such a lazy term. To me, it would be like if we're in real life saying, hey, you know, there's no real anything into it. So it's not so much the word. They are watching for words, and you can have block words, and there's words that are common that they'll put in the block comments list when they make them. The biggest thing has always been context. And the repetition of words is what's the real problem. But the problem is, too, is a lot of words have now become associated with, you know, lazy, sub for sub kind of just comments. Blasting the channel with the same thing over and over is what is the big problem of all of it. Like we always say, you know, people are more than welcome to tell somebody they subscribed. You know, Philip Cockram, hey, I just checked out your channel. Love the segments you do about where you live and that when you're out on the road. Some fantastic stuff. I subscribed. I have zero issue with that. And the other is YouTube because it's well aware what it's called because guess what? They have them in their, they're the ones that coined the name on the button. It's when it's said 500 times a minute is what happened. And they got so lazy they couldn't even write subscribe anymore. That's where sub came out of it. So it's even more of just kind of on the way through. So context is everything. And some of those words really have a bad stigma to them now because rightfully so, they were used wrong for so long. And we used to go into streams and be like, oh, you'd see the message, guys, don't use the S word, don't use the S word. Instead, use the pineapple emoji. Okay. You don't think the algorithm is going to notice something's wrong when the algorithm sees a pineapple emoji flying by the chat 600 times a minute? Of course it is. Context is everything. That's why I know we're not always winning friends with everybody, and some like to go where they can say whatever they want. Oh, I'm 6 away from my goal. Oh my God, I'm 3 away from. Context is everything. If people would do it properly, we would have no trouble with it because the odd person would come in and say, I'm 10 away from 800. Awesome, guys, let's get them to 800. We used to do that. But you can't because too many take advantage of it and they just flood the chat with their goal. I actually hate the word goal now so badly from it. I get chills down my spine and I hate even seeing it anywhere. Because I know what it means now. It's so been, lack of a better term, it's been so hoarded out at this point. It's gotten a bad name from it. Another one, I will say, and he knows it very well, because I don't blame him whatsoever. Farmall Fanatic came up with Let's Go, Let's Grow. That was his thing. He had his style of doing his show, and he said it, and what happened? Everybody took it on him, and everybody started using it. Everybody just claimed it as their own, which we've been through a number of times. Believe you me, we feel like the paper in a Xerox machine sometimes. And you know, they just took the whole context right out of it and turned it into such a disgusting term when it's said and done. You know, they ruined it because they use it too often in the wrong ways, and that brought out the worst into it. And I feel bad because when he did it, it was very original and it was his. But that's YouTube for you. So I like it when he says it. I still like when he says it because it's his. It's not mine. Even the boom, like when we blow up on when we do our Pusa push. I want to call it a kaboom, and it was not even thought of at the time about the connection between them. But I'll literally change it even when people say it. I'll jump into it and say kaboom just to make sure we're not jumping into anybody else's territory. Because when things get run away with that, they get taken too far, and then that's when the algorithm picks up onto it. And the people that are doing good things on here too, then they start to get tired of it. And right now, if somebody came in here and said, "Hey, nice to meet you. I just subbed to you," I can see everybody in here almost gets that kind of cringe stand back from it. It's like a loaded grenade. I don't want no part of it. I don't want no part of it. Because a lot of them are just sick of it too. So remember, its context is everything. Context is what counts. Oh my God, it's Andrew, the super chat lady. Hey there, Sneaky Fox. How are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic.
Just wanted to say to FYI to Jay, just in case, that we are not releasing permission of using any parts of this live stream in any way or form.
Not a bit, exactly.
Just FYI. Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. The Sneaky Fox, thank you so much for that super sticker, super chat. Thank you. And yes, click that like button and share it out.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. And thank you so much for the super chat. Do appreciate it. You're absolutely awesome. Thank you so very much. I will point it out, they like attention because, like I always said, I banned the original channel so they couldn't get attention in here. Why is it necessary to disable ratings and comment sections? What do you think that some people see this as cowardliness? Most likely what the questions have been asked, and we've been realized that since the beginning, is probably the person that's been doing the botting on our channel. And why we did it, because for instance, our dislikes, we had to because that person was botting us to the point of getting 170 dislikes in 10 minutes and etc. And has a little show going on in the next couple of days, which will be a puff of smoke because it always is. And that's where the drama gets you because nobody ever gives a shit what you do once you get into the drama and the death of his own channel, not ours. So, and as Xenia stated once again, no part of the show shall be used into it in any shape or form. We give no rights to do so. And yeah, so there was, you see, we're drawing to a channel that has nobody into it because the real channel's not allowed in here because it's a disaster on its own doing. So there
now
you
go. We are also a part of Hashtag Creator Protest that was started by two Australian guys that prompted YouTube to re-look at their dislike policies. And in fact, they got some traction, and YouTube is now reviewing their policies on dislikes and will be changing it in the near future.
Yep. Have you noticed that on the new beta that's not so predominant, it's very, very hard to find out even what the dislikes are? Mm-hmm. Sign of the things that come, and it doesn't come in right away either. It's very hard to greet.
Yeah,
so.
that was started almost a year and a half ago now. Well, a year ago, but so check it out. And this is in this link. I shared it with you. Mark Ansby and Danny Black actually started that.
And the Rampage folks, if you're wondering too, a bit of it is because we got memberships. That's what's the big bother with them now, because we don't deserve them, because we're fake. None of you are real. There's the short gist of
I personally think we are spending too much energy on all of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, let's see. What do we have? Some questions left here. Let's see. Many more questions here. Okay. So, Budgie Boy asked, what about kids that fake their birthday to view adult stuff? Talking about COPPA.
About COPPA?
Yeah. So what about kids that are faking their birthday? Well, we are not responsible about that. YouTube has tried to implement different filters. There are apparently ways how they can put more gates, so to say, to check that. There's always going to be somebody that goes through. I mean, faking IDs for getting in a club or buying something at the store have been forever thing, I think, ever since IDs were invented or any kind of age restrictions.
Until YouTube decides to put its foot down and have everybody register properly with a credit card to be a viewer on here, there's nothing can be really done with it. That's the only way they're going to truly verify. And yes, there'll be a couple slip through the cracks with even that. We know that. But it will be a lot less. And then after that, it's up to the guardian who signed up for the account if they choose with the kids or not. So that's where they need to crack down onto it. That would be the greatest thing that YouTube ever did, in my opinion. These pretzels are making me thirsty. Yes, Philip. Exactly. Yes.
Feast for a Normal Journey. Good to see you.
Welcome. How are you?
I know people listen to trains on line scanner or with a handheld scanner, but is there rules to that stuff on YouTube? Now, I don't know what you symbolically call an online scanner on YouTube. I know what you're talking about with regards to trains, and who have told me stuff about it, since we are a little bit trained fanning fans here as a family. Not really sure what you mean by that on YouTube. How would you possibly be able to do that? So let me know. Purgatory Paranormal.
You have a great night, Purgatory. Oh, stay awesome. You are absolutely amazing. Michael's Kindle Rare Coins. Personally, I don't mind the dislikes. Gives me feedback. It's if just a few, then I know it's trolls. But if more than a few, I know it's my... Sorry, Michael. It doesn't work that way. It most certainly doesn't that way. We were getting botted last year, and we had guests on, and we were getting like 170 dislikes in 10 minutes.
It had nothing to do with the content.
No.
And if it is constructive criticism, that's one thing. And we don't mind it. We get it all the time. You guys are telling us things all the time, giving us feedback on what we do. When it's a mob mentality, that has nothing to do with what you're doing content-wise.
It's mostly made up of, well, group, we don't like what they're doing, so let's hit them with some bots. If it's such a good point to make, that's what everybody's pushing for, is them to be able to make comments in the chat that they can tell you what they don't like. If it's so bad what they're doing, say what it is, and then that's constructive, and it can be stuff like, this is going too long, you missed this, I feel this doesn't work right. That's constructive criticism. A dislike has no real... Yeah, that's right, Rosie. It's 170 in 10 minutes. They were coming in batches of 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, like that.
Lots of them get adjusted afterwards, and YouTube removes the spam one, so obviously we know it's a spam one. Some of them get there even before the video or live stream gets live, so how can you constructive criticize something before something is even posted? Comes Dan, thank you so much. Jay Stevenick, I'll answer your question and say that 89% of kids from 8 to 16 are actually watching YouTube and not YouTube Kids, and therefore COPPA was applied. Now, next question here is... Pixelpia was saying, I was thinking about doing a couple of videos about what the possible runners for becoming president say they stand on education, basically education policies on presidential campaigns. Would that be too dangerous? I would say you can do it, but be aware that you can possibly be attracting certain type of viewers to it. Not only people who are looking for this, but also people who are just in general on one side or the other, and they don't really care anything about education. They're just more on one side of campaign or the other. So just be aware that you might attract not necessarily the viewer that you want to attract, but other than that, why not? It is connected to your channel. The Sneaky Fox got your question, coming right up. Next question from Living Miracle Homestead, who asked, is collaborations good? Yes, collaborations are good, but you're gonna know why you're doing them and who are you doing them from. We did some collaborations. Just yesterday, we did collab with Juliet Miranda when we jumped on her channel together with Helos and Heathens and had a great time doing a live stream together. Part of our first year of our live streaming were interviews. We were interviewing YouTubers, big and small, as well as celebrities like Michael Bryce, who still is head writer of The Simpsons, Doug TeNipo, animator, and so on. And those are collabs as well. Interviews are collabs because people are visiting your channel and you're talking with them. It's a collab. Collabs can be done in different ways. You can do the same video back to back. You can shout each other out. Just make sure that it's useful on both sides. Somebody's not using you only for that. It is beneficial and fun for you. But yes, definitely, especially if it is somebody outside of your category, it widens the horizon of people that potentially can be watching you. I always just try to remind you guys that we're not only YouTubers, we are also viewers, and therefore we have a lot interests and hobbies as viewers. I always bring an example of Captain Sparkles, who is a gaming and Reddit reviewer, doing a collab with a cake making channel about Minecraft, like two things that are completely unrelated, yet they collaborated multiple times to make a project together. So definitely it's something. I know Grimes Finds is collabing with bigger channels all the time, and that's what definitely helps his growth for sure. Next question, Magnolia was asking. Is it okay to upload a live feed from Facebook to YouTube? I've been told various answers regarding taking a strike, etc.
A live feed like you did on YouTube and then putting it up here, if it's, you have to cut it down and edit it in a way that it's not like the first one, or you're setting yourself up for duplication, and that is a community strike.
The live feed from Facebook uploaded as a video on YouTube.
Oh, on Facebook, I didn't hear that part.
Yeah.
Sorry. Really, you're not supposed to be doing that in first and foremost. And there has channels gotten the bad, but I mean, you're okay to do it. But there has been the odd time some people have had trouble with it. Some say they catch you because of the two platforms, not to share them. But I mean, Linus Tech Tips has been doing it for years with Twitch, with his live stream. But then again, he got caught afterward. But that was more for the advertising. Now he started doing it on there. But
the Sneaky Fox asked about using the scatter on a live stream or the video for a train. Like, for example, it's not legal to use a train scanner. Can you use it still?
Well, whatever's not legal in real life, you're not supposed to be doing on here. You're not supposed to show anything that is illegal. That'd be the same as, like, I don't know, you're using like a radar detector in a place where you're not supposed to be using it, or anything like that. You know, anything that violates any kind of crime, shows stealing from somebody or anything like that is not acceptable to show on here. So yes, you could get hit with something like that for sure. Thank you so much to Sneaky Fox.
Super Sticker Super Chat, Super Sticker Super Chat. Thank you so much to Sneaky Fox. Reminding about that, hitting a like and sharing it out. Thank you so much, the Sneaky Fox. Thank you so much.
Do appreciate it. Do appreciate it. Thank you very, very much for that. Hen Kid, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yes, Jay. There's lots of this going on lately, and YouTube has made everybody aware due to over their Twitter as well as on your dashboard. You can see a lot of that brought to attention.
Do we have other questions that were in advance?
No.
No. Okay, we're good. We cleared them out. David Bill Vlogs, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Great to see you. Great to see you. So we covered all questions. Well, that's awesome. You guys are absolutely amazing. Illegal tutorials. Ben Burperson says,
Well, you can't do illegal tutorials. If there is something illegal that you're doing tutorials for, it is against guidelines.
I was thinking like stealing from another. That's why I was curious what the illegal. Now I get it. Yeah, after teaching every course, anything that's against the law in real life is against the policies here on YouTube, and that's something you agreed to when you came on here. Is that you would never show anything or feature anything that is illegal. So that's part of the terms right off the bat. Wayne on the road, always great to see you. Been a long day on the Pooter Box. Have a wonderful night. Thank you so much. We do appreciate having you here, and you have a fantastic one. Be safe out there. So,
Found It Buried had a question here, and I see the answer. Super chat is what you see is what is overall minus 30%. So if you see $3 here, 30% off of that is for YouTube, and the rest we get. So if you're talking about estimated and the actual money that you get for super chats, it's not what you see as reported. It's minus 30%. West Haven, always and forever.
Hey.
Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Do appreciate it. Do appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Hope you're doing fantastic. And I'll say it for you. Sorry, Andrew. There you go. So you don't have to say it afterwards.
Jay, it is a very hard thing to do right now, especially as YouTube is getting more and more focused on authoritative voices and trying to squish more journalists that are independent and are not main TV programs, so to say. YouTube have said that numerous times, so of course you can do it, but my suggestion would be to be aware of these limitations, and especially lately have been put on people wanting to talk about politics on YouTube. The Art of Handmade Dolls and Stuff, I hope you can solve your problem out with the technical difficulties as well.
Which one was that?
There was something about the the TV streaming and remote, which obviously we can't solve.
No.
And R5 is here as well. Good to see you here. Poetically Yours by Xavier, how do you guys feel about compilation videos? Could they work just as well as properly made playlists?
Well, they're nice, but they don't do the same effect. The main thing about the playlist is every time it's putting you on to a new video. And the more videos of yours that they watch, the more YouTube is going to recommend them later. So there's nothing wrong with having the odd compilation video, but where you get the real benefit is from them watching multiple videos of yours, because then that builds up a track and the algorithm says, okay, this person's interested in what this one is creating, so we're going to recommend it to them more. That's the biggest part of it. So it's a good thing. I wouldn't want to overdo it because compilation channels are kind of shady a lot of the time, but not always. I know you're not using it that way. But the other one is good to have onto it. I mean, people like to see highlights of your times on here, greatest moments and that, but they're not anything that will replace playlists, that's for sure. Hey, Remy Moore, how are you? How are you doing?
Just answer Hankins' question as well about sensitive topics. Sorry to hear about that. I thought you had some videos. Did you take them all down? Nevertheless, yeah, YouTube has had upped a lot of their policies lately, and we have tried to cover all of them during this last year. So if you're interested in that, check our breaking news and YouTube tips playlist on our homepage, and lots of those, especially the last 6 months or so, videos have information resources in the description as well.
This has been going all night again, folks. It's unbelievable. Now it's going twice in a row. It's literally just bulking up on itself. I've been taking more screenshots to send to YouTube. But just to show you guys, we haven't been talking so much on the second one. The first one I thought was bad. It stayed quiet for a while. And now we're just getting them taken away.
Well, once again, there was nobody in the chat for 20 minutes from 10 to 9 to 10 after 9. Nobody. If you were here and you think you were in Matrix.
Yeah, that's right. They'll see this. I've been taking screenshots. Oh, they're back again. Sorry, I gotta grab the wrong one. Anyways, there's a bunch of them going. I got 5 of them laid up here on the side each time. Hey there, Prairie Boy. How are you? Good to see you. Sorry I missed your birthday the other night. Hope you're doing fantastic. Happy belated to you. Hope you had a fantastic one. I did catch some of the replay and that. Sorry I wasn't there. We were on that night, unfortunately, but it looks like you guys had an absolutely amazing time. So a big happy birthday to you, my friend. Most people do not trust people in chat or YouTube comments who post links because they can bring virus. You just don't want them to do it because it's not a place to post links. It's like somebody dropping a flyer off for another restaurant on your doorstep. That's a big part of it right there.
Michelle Kittle, real coins. Yes, and you can see now the new option is that you can see your bell notification rate and click-through rate for each video separately, as well as overall your channel. And in fact, it's very different. We have shared ours before. You know, you can really see how many do receive, how many are signed up, how many receive, and how many actually come through those notifications. Before that, you had to dig for all information. Now it's all in one place, which is really cool. What you can do to heighten it up, which I assume would be the next question, is to remind your viewers to click that notification bell for all notifications, including their mobile phone. Because what happens, people are clicking all notifications on desktop, but then they disable all notifications from YouTube on mobile. Therefore, they don't get them at all. And that's what happens in the mix-up. Well, why didn't I get notification? I clicked the bell, and that's exactly why. So inform and educate your viewers, and that's how you get your notification rate up.
All right, Jay Strevnik, I've honestly entertained this long enough. I'm playing it. You got to watch it happen firsthand. And thank you for giving us back our views, by the way. Once I said something, even though the other ones are gone. About 450 on a rough count right now, at least. So there you go. So honestly, I've entertained this more than I've cared to the whole night. So
keep your questions for the next Tuesday. We have Tuesday Tech Talk next Tuesday as well, where you have all your questions asked and answered. And I hope we could help you a little bit with some ideas and some questions to you, some answers to your questions. You can always send us your questions as well as leave them on our Discord or DM us, and we can save them to answer them on Tuesday. We're live 6 times a week, and our schedule is available on our About section in all the details, what shows we have every time, every day, your daily entertainment here, except for Saturday. Although we do have memberships now, so exclusive members only live streams are going to be coming up super soon. We're already planning the first date for the first live stream. So if you want to be a part of that first one, you can still sign up for being a member. Check out our join button, description down below, as well as join button right beside our subscribe button. Thank you so much. This live stream is available in replay right now, right this minute. You can go right to the beginning and rewatch all of the missing information and not miss anything.
That's right, folks. You guys are absolutely awesome. And you know what? You guys have been really patient the last couple weeks of everything going on. We do appreciate that. We really do. And don't worry, folks. Better days ahead. Better days ahead. A ton of love to you all. You guys are going to get even better out of us. I guarantee you that. Getting back to what matters, and it's you guys. So never forget that. You guys are the ones that make it what it is here. You're the reason why people want to stay. And your support to us through ups and downs has been nothing short of phenomenal. And please know how much we appreciate you for that. I really mean that from the bottom of our hearts to you guys. You guys are the ones that make it amazing in here. So thank you so much for being here. If you haven't hit the like button, please do. It really does help out a lot. And we'll catch you on the flip side. Take care for now. Stay awesome.